Bloody hell.
Oh, that's quick.
Hello, woo, and welcome to another episode of 190 shit.
I can hear you.
I know.
190 episodes and you still can't get the intro right.
Screwed it up.
198, man. I've been stuck with Tony for 198 episodes.
That's exactly how I feel, but stuck with you, you great Yeti.
That's not true. Tony wasn't here when the BMFA was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've only had probably 3 times off in 4 years, I reckon.
We've had more than that.
What?
I think I've had 3. 2 or 3.
Anyway, carry on.
Tonight you are joined by Andy RC, who doesn't work for fatshark, and neither does Grant.
Hello. What do you mean he does? What Grant doesn't work for fatshark anymore?
Yeah, I emailed him. I was like, "Hey, you coming on about the thing?" And then some bloke called Alan emailed me back, and he was
not
like,
Alan.
"I can do next week." I was like, "Fair enough." See you
The
later.
role of Grant will now be played by Alan.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're joined by my wife, Tony.
Au revoir.
This is my
threw that one out there, didn't I?
original ex-wife.
Can I be an ex-wife?
No. And everyone's favourite, Curry Gitton.
Hello.
Where's Frank again?
Frank has a life. What are you doing?
Frank has a stressful job.
Again, are you?
Yeah, I'm just eating the bed.
Got to watch him. Keep an eye on him, chat.
I have a life. I was meant to be.
I was ironing in my pants as well.
Are you still in your pants?
Well, they're on. But...
I stopped a review to do this.
Thank you, Andy RC.
You are welcome. I thought we had a guest on tonight. No guest?
If we were, I don't know about it and haven't sent an invite.
Well, you told
someone's sitting patiently at home thinking, "Oh, I hope it starts soon."
You're watching it. Like, I'm supposed to be on there. How do I?
You told me on the phone.
On this show, write in the chat at Bright Until I Fly.
You told me on the phone that we got somebody this week.
Chat.
Who?
I can't remember. That's why I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Oh, Tony's all of a sudden gone squish. Did you see that? What happened?
I know. He's gone 4x3.
Tony is in the wrong aspect ratio. It's
Tony,
all part of the flat Earth.
You don't. I was accidentally listening to Krang Radio, and they got this.
What do you mean accidentally?
Well,
probably one of the best stations to listen to.
Well, anyway, they had a little bit where it sort of goes, you know, they pretend to do the weather and they go, it's all the Earth is flat and there's no satellites. Well, anyway, well done, Tony. And,
sorry, I'm trying to connect to my. That's better. My phone is now connected, so I've made a little Wi-Fi bridge.
Ooh.
So okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Becky was supposed to be doing something. No, Becky's sister, Lily. That's it. Where are you? You're fired. So, has everyone had a good week? What's going on? Seen the new Fat Sharks? You all excited?
Yeah, I haven't watched Bardwell's review yet, but
well, I haven't watched Andy RC's review of it.
No, Andy, have you got them? Because I was like, this is quite interesting. It's the fact it's like it's got diversity, it's got OLEDs, but it's got a bit of a reduced viewing angle, hasn't it?
What do you know?
I know nothing because I'm not connected to fatshark.
Yeah,
you've made it up, and to the point where you actually believe it.
And he's ruined it.
I knew nothing about them. I've got no information for you.
You're a little bit hot, man. You're a little bit like on the top end. In your voice.
What the sound?
Gain, yeah, just tiny bit down.
Yeah, because somebody made me Skype with it, not Skype, did a set and had to mess with all my settings. So that's probably why. Jack.
I bought you a present.
Is Frank still unwell? Rob Britton's asking in the chat.
Well, he had a bit of a mouse problem. I don't know whether we're allowed to talk about that. And then he's been doing a trade show and he's still packing up. And that's all I know.
And the poor git's got to be at my house at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
We're not showing up at 6. I am not
Then
getting in yours.
you're going to have to make your own way up there then.
This is a common theme I see. Whenever there's any sort of road trip, Tony's like, be at my house at 4 sharp. And then everybody else says, I'm not doing that.
4, but I've said, yeah, let's go at 6 to, you know, make it a little bit better.
I'll be at yours at 7, earlier.
Too late, mate.
Why do you want to go so early when it's going to rain until 7 o'clock?
Because he's demented. He's truly fucking demented.
If you Jack comes around here at 7, we hit the traffic at 8, right? Whoever got rush hour, and then we'll just be sitting in traffic for more than 3.5 hours. It's just get up, get there, get things done, beat the traffic.
If he could, he'd go now. It'd be end of the show. If I wasn't on the Thursday night show, he'd be like, show up at mine right now.
In the chat, Friday on the M25, not fun. See?
Why don't you wait until rush hour's over and all set off at 10?
Because that's even gayer, and we won't be at Andy's till
it's
about...
not gay. It's a time of day.
That is the gayest time ever.
If you guys come to
10 o'clock, I fancy having sex with the same binary.
Is that your plan then to come here? Because it's just going to be raining, guys. We're not going to have anywhere to go.
I know. He's demented. He's truly demented.
If you set off at 5,
we're going at 6, so we're going to see. You either have to meet us up there then.
He's like a weather girl that's done too much cocaine. Yeah, everything's great. You know, and she's even missing that bit
I'm
of her
just
nose.
not depressed like the rest of you, for fuck's sake. And it's raining, and I hate the weather.
Andrew Hacker has very kindly posted up the legal notice because we forgot to say it.
Oh, yeah. Read it.
Any views expressed by any guests on this show are personal and may not reflect the views or host on any participant of the show. Also, there are no times which are gayer than others, and to suggest so is slightly homophobic, Tony.
Yeah.
So a special warning to Tony there.
Oh, well, whatever.
It's
just one of them sandwiches, isn't it?
The thing is, though, when Tony says gay, he doesn't mean it in that. I think there are certain.
I've never have meant it like that.
I think there are certain. I think you can use the word gay in a context, in a certain context where.
I am so glad of that disclaimer right now.
Gay meant in the 60s. Gay meant happy.
Chill out. I was only joking.
So when Jack puts Tony is gay all over his
wing,
it means Tony's happy.
Giant foam triangle.
No,
or is Tony just in denial? It's one of the two. We're not sure.
But
like, that big river, mate.
Lives alone, owns a dog, likes cleaning his kayak in his vest outside his house.
And ironed in his pants.
Actually, that was
ironing in his pants.
I did just iron in my pants, yeah, so what?
And I'm the one who lives in Brighton, by the way. I'm totally down with
I had all my blinds drawn, no one could see in. It's what you do in your own home is up to you, innit? If I want to iron in my goddamn pants, I will.
Does it make you feel sexy?
Jokervision's in the chat. Jokervision, tell them what time they have to be around our house, otherwise they're not going to get a lift.
Well, can you tell me what's happening? Because I don't even know what your guys' plans are and what you want
Tony
to do.
wants to fly some more.
What, where?
Wherever.
In the rain, in his pants.
I've got a waterproof drone. I'll do it in my pants tomorrow if you want.
So
can I suggest? Can I read out what Andy said in the Twitch stream last night about what you guys be doing because it's raining?
I would rather guide my dad into my mum than get up at 7.
You're just honestly, you lot lazy twats, and then get caught in traffic, and we'll all be sitting there, and I'll be going, "Told you so, told you so." If I can sing a song saying "told you so" for an hour and a half,
right,
then
listen, you guys can set off whatever time you like. I just want to know where I've got
we'll
to
tell
be.
you later. It's okay, Andy. You ain't got to get up because you live where we're coming.
So you come into here, and
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't think he understands the idea of anxiety and the stress that it's causing you.
Here we go.
It's like the person saying, "I need to have a word with you," and then they don't tell you whether it's good, bad, any indication. You just think you're in trouble.
I just like to know. I have
no
to
point
have
in worrying at all.
Yeah, I have to have a plan. So
We probably won't even make it because I probably would have strangled him with his own seatbelt.
We're going to be fighting. It'll be like Skinny Man versus judo guys outside my house in boxer shorts at 6 a.m.
I remember once, right, we were having this massive argument, and he's like, "Why are you so mean to me?" And I'm like, "That's why people listen to Let's Drone Out." And then he goes, "Oh," and then doesn't talk to me for 10 minutes. That was the best 10 minutes of my life.
I can do this if you want.
Yes, he's still got the link. He'll just come back. It's the worst.
My problem is like if you guys come here, it's raining so bad. Yesterday I went out to the shops and I was driving at 10 miles per hour because that's how heavy it's raining, and I'm like aquaplaning all over the place. The rain up here is just crazy. So you
view it as in he's in a rush to die.
So I'm like, when he gets here, I'm like, and if you're setting off at 5, you'll get here at 10, and then it's like, what we're gonna do for that long if it's gonna rain until 7 o'clock? You know?
Gaze lovingly into your eyes because that's not gay.
I would say.
Anyway, should we not talk about our plans and talk about other stuff?
Well,
it is kind of drone related because we're going to.
We are going on a road trip, and then we're meeting Andy, and he doesn't know a time yet, but we'll tell you later after the chat. Don't panic; it's not going to be early. Well, not as early as I want it to be, because Jack can have a little wobbly and go, "I'm not going to go home. You get up too early."
Something like David
the
Bowie.
Thing is that I'm like, what do I need to charge? Do I need to charge a tiny whoop, or do I need to charge?
You don't need to charge anything because it's going to be torrentially raining.
I know.
Just your phone.
It ain't. Charge everything.
Okay,
if it
I'm
rains,
so sad I'm not going because the idea of being able to view this in the car for like 4 hours.
We're gonna live stream. Maybe we do an LDO from the car.
Live stream.
Yes, we can. We've got a mobile live stream thingy.
Phone, I think you call it.
No, we've got an internet box.
An internet box. That sounds like something off
If you
the
want
Big
me
Bang.
to stream it, I need 1,000 followers. I need 109.
To beat you to 1,000. That's what needs to happen.
You won't.
Right. Challenge firing down there by Jack.
All your videos look the same.
Right. Google says
sunsets, trees.
Google says that
at least I upload.
From 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, it's going to be 100% rain all the way
to up north.
All the way up until 9 o'clock when it's going to stop. That's what Google says.
What, 9 a.m.?
No, it's from 7 a.m., 100% chance of rain, to 9 p.m. where it will stop. So that's why I'm saying, what welcome
to Let's Drone Out, where we answer the question, how many FPV pilots does it take to organise a road trip? And the answer is it's unlimited. You can gather them around, but it just gets worse and worse as you add numbers.
I just like to know.
This is why Frank is in charge. If anyone wants to know why we worry about donations, supplying Frank with money so he can run the show and deal with
I've got some sparklers here and some glasses ready for any donations, but why would you donate to this bloody show? I don't know.
Anyway, drones. Do you remember those things that we fly and have a good time?
Hey, can I mention something that's not drone related but kind of RC related, and that's that funny little DJI product.
I knew you were going to say that.
This
IBM,
the RoboMaster thing.
What? That's old, man. IBM used to do it.
It's just come out.
Hey, I worked for IBM for 23 years. Not once did I get to play with a little car.
Oh.
Looks like a little Lego thing, doesn't it? It's really weird.
It's quite nice that it goes sideways and stuff.
How does it do that?
Point of it, though? Just
it's got those weird tires, so you can do them in different directions, and that will make it crab.
Oh, Tone, light one up. We've
We
made
got
50p thanks to Google.
Gary's chucked in a sympathy
one, Gary.
donation. Thanks, Gary.
Cheers,
Thank you.
Gary. Hold on, I have to put my sunglasses on. Not come with them.
No, they're not sunglasses. They're PPE to stop you burning yourself.
Are they FR Sky branded ones?
Can't fit them on, really.
No, but damn, I really want a set of those.
I don't know where my lighter is.
They're
now, so
really
that.
useful though for like line of sighters.
I can't see anything.
I
It's
think
writing
Bruce-
all on the screen.
Didn't
I'm
Bruce
confused by what these glasses are for. What are we lighting here?
I don't know what they're for.
Yeah, Tony will know as soon as he lights one.
Does it make it better?
Yeah.
These better not be mental and go mad.
No.
They're to make him look like that guy from the Gadget Show.
Oh, it's well cool. It says something.
It says happy birthday.
That is well good.
So it's
No
made
way.
of little dots, and when you shine a bright light like your torch or that sparkler, it says happy birthday.
Right,
Better
so
than
really
we're going to
cool.
have
God, if
take
you
one of
hold
those
it
to their
further
webcam
away,
so
it's
the
even better.
audience can
Shit,
see.
there's sparks going on all my stuff. That is brilliant.
Is it Tony's birthday?
No.
That's
Last time that happened, it was the turn of the century.
Well good.
How does that work?
I don't know, but it's good.
No,
I
Jack
think
must know.
I don't. I've tried to figure it out. I've tried looking at it. I'd be lying if I know. I said I
I want
know.
my fat sharks to do that.
What? It just said happy
Just
birthday.
say happy
they're-
birthday.
Yeah, they're basically like
It's
from what
brilliant.
I can tell, they're made up of loads of little dots, and then when you get like a sharp, bright bit of light, then it's sort of spectrum, sort of made up of the dots.
That's
I
clever.
don't know how it works, and I don't know what to type in to Google.
Is singly
out.
a word? Instructions to be lit singly. Singly.
Imagine if you could
Chinglish,
make.
doesn't it? Singularly.
That's racist.
Chinglish? I don't think that's racist.
No, it's just the mixture of English and Chinese in one compound word.
Imagine if you could have custom ones of those made and then just send them to people that you hate.
Oh god! Can you
I'm
imagine how
sure
many
Jack
Jack
tried to
would
order
get?
Tony is gay, but I
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Yes, very good.
What other drone related news do we have?
You're
I've
doing something with order.
I can't talk.
Yep.
I've got to get up to early.
I've rebuilt my F450. Look, it's
Whoa.
huge. It's like a mini X class. If it was
called
next to Tony, it would look
Beast-
like an X class.
Beast class.
Is this the break off thing?
Yes, yeah, beast class is that size.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I'd if you watched Lee Painless's videos about doing Ardupilot and F4 boards for flying wings and stuff, I thought I'd just try it out on a quad because I've never successfully used it. I had an APM ages ago. Oh, we got another donation from Rod Britton.
That's your go, Jack.
That's really
Come on,
specific.
Tone.
No, it's your go.
No, come on. You got the PPE.
Fucking hell. Thanks, Rob. And
Cut.
thanks. Who was the other guy who did it? Oh, it was
Jerry.
wasn't it?
Gary.
I'm putting my glasses back on for safety.
It's for your protection.
That's what she said.
Wouldn't that just melt it on his
Don't
eyeball?
tell him that.
This thing, he'd have happy birthday permanently written across his eyeballs.
But wouldn't be able to see anything other than that.
That's really clever. Oh, you
I
can't
wonder,
see it.
I
Can you,
wonder if
Frank?
you wonder if you put the glasses in front of the
Really
camera,
good.
whether it would have
Yeah,
the
try
same
that,
effect.
Tony.
Oh, I've just ripped it off. Can you see?
No, you need to put them on the.
They're on it.
Speak.
That's all I can do. Hello. Can you see it?
No, I could see some dots. That's it though.
It says "Happy Birthday" inside the
Just ripped
glasses.
my arm
Does it say
logo
that
off.
anyways?
No, there's just dots.
Oh,
Look.
so is that where you see "Happy Birthday" then? You see it.
spectrum.
It's just little dots. Tiny dots.
Oh, so it's okay. I see. Right, fair enough.
Thank you, Rob. Jack,
So-
it's your go next. If
So the
anyone
"Happy
donates.
Birthday" is built within the glasses. It's not like it's not doing something with the spark.
Well, it doesn't say it on these glasses. It's just dots.
It'd work with any sort of very bright light. Or
well, I'll look at my lamp.
La 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 la.
More money.
La 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 la. Oh, hello.
Oh, you've got them too.
Joke vision.
Yes, further back, Jack. Further back.
La 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 la.
La, la, la. Editor, you're going to have fun with this one, editor. Thanks, Joke vision.
It's all just us going la 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 and a happy birthday.
That's Joke vision, who's driving us tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Joker Vision. Half. What are you doing? Are you rustling? Are you making a nest?
Tone, you mentioned that you wanted to take a look at my 3-inch. Bloody hell, that's a biggie.
That's what she said.
Singed my knuckle hair.
Could have been much worse.
Sorry, you were saying, Eddie?
You said you wanted to have a look at that. Was it that fast 3-inch 6S model?
Yes, please.
Did you want me to bring a LiPo so you can bind to it and fly it, or do you just want to look at it?
Well, I'd like to fly it. Oh no, I can't fly your bloody thing, can I?
Well, yeah, you could just bind to it.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, you could do that.
What radio do you use?
Tyrannus.
Is it FCC version?
No.
It's not FCC version.
No, it is not FCC version because that's illegal in this country.
Exactly.
No, it's illegal to sell in this country. I don't think it's illegal to use, is it?
I don't know. Who knows? But for legal reasons,
what are you admitting to? Let's disclaimer again.
Doesn't have the FCC version.
Any views expressed by any guest on this show are personal and may not reflect the laws or views of anything.
Yeah, and the person saying it might not have a clue.
I know what we could ask in. Should we ask in the chat? Is anyone going to Western on Saturday?
Under
in chat, please.
Under a lizard people, Tony.
Western under lizard. Anyone going? Let's have a look in the chat.
Where the Royals are from, apparently.
It's called Western Park, not West. The Western under lizards, the village or whatever.
Right. Someone said me. Okay, that's the driver. RC Aviation's going. Oh, Wynne Davis is going. Yeah. Cool. Richard Warwick.
That'd be awesome. Even if it's a washout, we just sit in the tent and chat or something.
I need to.
The X-Class is coming on the road chip, but it won't be flying at Western.
Let's see what's it say for Saturday. Because I think Saturday it might have been a little bit better actually.
Down here apparently it's going to be nice. Typically, I go away and the sun comes out.
It's been horrible all week. I've had things ready to fly, and I'm just like sat here going,
I know, pants in it. I've hardly worked, and now I'm having tomorrow.
The windows bloody wash themselves in the rain. That's the problem.
Well, dirt. I mean, it makes them dirty, so it's future work, isn't it? So whatever.
A friend of mine, who may or may not be my friend, definitely did not fly 1.69 meters away with may or may not have been my wing. Well, that was a good laugh.
1.6 meters.
That's very far, isn't it?
That's not very far.
Yeah, 169. Maybe not.
Well, Tony, considering that you are using EU LBT, then I'm afraid you won't be able to fly the 3-inch.
So model. I can not fly it then?
You cannot fly it. No, I cannot set it up on your transmitter.
Trying to sell me a sandwich?
What?
The LPTBGXYZ sandwich thing.
What do you mean sandwich thing?
That's all I get when you get people say that.
Well, LBG.
I think he's thinking BLT.
Oh, I see. No,
and you went for LBGQ. LGBT.
Listen
got that sorted.
Listen before you talk. I should embrace that.
That should be the model of this show.
Listen, no, think before you talk would be the
no. Yeah, I was going to say something. I've completely forgot.
Ardupilot, how's that going?
Ardupilot is all set up. as I said, I've got my big quad. It is on there. It is on an F4 omnibus with a tiddy little GPS, and I've got all my modes set up. It arms, it
Wait a
spins,
second.
drops.
F4 omnibus, but using Ardupilot.
Did you not watch these videos?
What you can now? So do you have to use what's that? What is it? Do you have to use like Mission Planner then, or what? Or do you use iNav then?
No, I have something else. So Ardupilot has been ported to work on several regular flight controllers using this sort of middle layer called Chibi OS, I think. So what you can do, you can take a raw hex file with a bootloader from the Ardupilot, use Betaflight to flash that, and at that point you can go into Mission Planner, connect to it, and set it up as an Ardupilot quad. Except now you've got a built-in OSD and stuff.
Mission Planner, yeah, that like as soon as somebody showed me a Phantom, I was working with like Pixhawk and Mission Planner, and as soon as somebody showed me a Phantom 4, I was like, right, Ardupilot dead to me because it was just so complicated. Is it still complicated?
It does look. Really... I've only used it. I had an APM. I bought a cheap APM, and I tried getting a quad fly on it, and it was already like too late because it's like we're not developing on this anymore. It's 8-bit, and I put it into auto tune mode and watched the quad, and the quad came out of auto tune mode like this. I'm hovering,
waggling,
like this. So I've tried it again, and already I'm like, well, there's real big annoyances with it. Like for example, I plug a GPS into UART1 to check it's working on Betaflight. I was like, oh, this is cool. So I go to Ardupilot, and Ardupilot says, no, you have to have that in UART6. UART1 is not the way to do it. It's like, why? Why can't I rearrange it? And you can't. All flight modes have to be set up on channel 5. So it's like I have to do stupid things with switches to get 6 modes in there. And then it's lack of flexibility about things. But people keep telling me that one thing that Ardupilot is very, very well developed. So at least as far as the planes go, Lee was saying, like, you know, iNav's great, but Ardupilot is way ahead of it in terms of what it can do. So I didn't manage to really use it before, so I was quite interested to see how it would go. Just trying out, you know, a cheap OF4 board and a little 10 quid GPS to see what it does, really.
No compass, though.
I haven't got a compass on it now.
Yeah.
You don't need one.
Well, you need one if you want a GPS hover, though, right?
Well,
it's a wing.
It should hold. It's not a wing. It's a quad.
It's not a wing. It's a quad. So it doesn't know if it's hovering. Doesn't know what direction it's going.
If it's hovering, it doesn't have the direction, but it knows if it's gone away.
So you can only really use the GPS for return home then.
Yes, I don't think it's going to hold position particularly well, but it'd be interesting to check it, because what I didn't want, the only thing with the compass is immediately you've got to stick it some way away from the quad, so you end up with this big thing on a stalk.
Isn't there a compass on your compass on your GPS?
Compass on my compass? No, I've got the little 220. If you have something like this, is the, what's it called? I've got the make of it. Something or other.
What, you mean a compass built into the GPS? Is that what Jack's trying to say?
This is
the little tiny.
So this is the BN220, which is the tiny one, which is just a GPS. Yeah. If you go with the bigger 8 something, which is about that big, then it's got a built-in compass as well.
Can't you buy a separate compass?
You could buy a separate compass.
The reason I'm asking,
a compass, see what would happen.
I'm asking all of these questions because I've received a product that it's a 5-inch model that's got all of this. It's a bind and fly, believe it or not, and I have no clue where to start with it. But I'm shelving everything for this for Western. But yeah, I got a lot of drone stuff that I should be doing.
I've got a nice beer for you. I'm bringing. I've got one. Yeah, I got a nice IPA for you. I've got one Pilsner type stroke dark beer for Frank. I've got a kick up the arse for Jack.
And Jack wants something off me. Jack wants a flight controller, but I haven't got any, so I'm going to have to give him a quadcopter with a flight controller in it, and you'll have to take it apart. But Jack, did you find out what flight controller it needs to be?
No, anything really.
I've got a flight
no.
controller. You could give me the quad, and I could give him the flight controller.
Well, the quad will be I was gonna say I've got this.
Is it fly?
I've got this thing that Jack used to build.
Oh God!
Is the flight controller in that any good?
Get that thing
Probably
off the
not.
screen. I'm not touching that.
Is that because there's a history or something?
I didn't even build that.
I know you didn't build it. The company you worked for built it.
Yeah, I left a long time ago. I got you a DVD set.
I appreciate it. It's very, very kind. I don't have a DVD player.
Oh no! Was it bottom?
No, it's a NASA one. We have there's a
Oh, I didn't hear you say. Did you say NASA?
NASA. It's a NASA one, isn't it?
Oh,
Sorry, I'm supposed to be surprised. Jack, what present have you got?
I heard something completely different then.
Oh well, perhaps Jack has thrown me a. Have you thrown me a?
No,
dummy?
I was going to get Tony some Veggio, but he insists on 6 a.m. So
Jack,
I thank you for your Veggio, and I do love it, but 6 a.m. is a must. Sorry.
Would this be good enough, Jack, for what you need? Or otherwise, I'll have to try and find something else. I can't remember what FC is in this thing, but they put Clean Flight on the things, didn't they, when they built them?
Oh my God!
Clean Flight, that shows its age. What are we looking at? And that's a
Well,
red or something.
actually, it doesn't show its age because I think, like, even when Beta Flight was quite, established, Radio C was still putting Clean Flight on them, weren't they, Jack?
I've got the original fossil stuff, one of them, and I've turned it into a rainproof quad. I've just hot glued every entrance.
I guess this could be a rainproof quad, actually.
Yeah,
maybe
you just got hot glue around everywhere, and you're done.
It always reminds me of one of those floats you see in swimming pools for teaching kids how to swim.
Yeah.
Do you want this, Jack, or does it need to be better than this? But I can't remember what flight controller it is.
It's going to be a knockoff SPF 3.
Will that be good enough for what you need?
Yes, folks. That's what you were getting from Radio C.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not a company.
Burn it all down.
What's Jack's secret project? What do you need this thing for?
It's not a secret project.
No, it was just for it was just to stick in the flight test plane that smashed to bits.
It smashed to bits.
Do you know what? I'll be
What
saying.
happened? The two that you and Caretaker Frank were building.
We didn't see any videos. Shit. You
Oh,
can't not
man,
film the
you
Maiden.
can't say, "Oh, I've crashed it."
You spent like about 50 hours live streaming that, and Frank burnt his hand off.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Frank's is all right. Mine, I'm still learning how to fly. So I was out with Sheldon.
Yeah, who's a great pilot.
Yeah, and we were playing past the transmitter, and he didn't take it off me soon enough.
I've played that before and lost someone.
You need a buddy system for that.
Yeah, I know.
Or a simulator would be better, like real flight.
It was a FT Mini Sportster.
There's only a bit of cardboard. Surely you can make it.
Don't know.
That'll buff out with a bit of glue.
It'll be all right. The worst case scenario, it'll float and turn into a boat, wouldn't it?
I don't want to be hating on flight tests, but that's not the best beginner model. I'm sorry.
It's a bit more like flight test.
From Drone is Life.
Oh, we've got a product placement one here.
Hey, how you doing?
You can have that. Like something big for that one.
You've just won the. No, I'm joking. Right, I guess I'm lighting one up.
Oh, I had I commented on Schizo's thing on Facebook and said you should come back on LDO, and he said, "Yeah, I'll be up for that." So I'm going to private message him and see if I can get him on.
So Tone, you say you can give Jack. You say you can give Jack a flight controller that he needs.
Yeah, if you want, I've got an F4 somewhere.
So is there any particular model you would like?
Something little.
Something little. I could bring you some, like, what, you haven't got any micros or anything?
Not anymore. I've got one 3-inch what flies really badly.
Yeah.
So it's because the X class keeps eating them.
No, Fossil's done a really good little 3-inch like a year and a half ago, but there was no good FCs for them. I put a Pants FC in there. I think probably if I changed the FC, it would probably fly better.
It's too ahead of his time, Fossil.
Mm.
Make stuff too early before all the hardware is sorted out.
Yeah, I mean the quad's really nice. It's just the FC's crap. But they didn't have any 2020 stacks then, or anything nice and small.
I'm surprised you didn't go build what do you call it? What are they called? The opposite reverb micro.
Oh yeah, what is it called?
They're coming out now. I really want a Cineboot, but something that will carry a GoPro.
You're mad unless you're on about carrying a GoPro that's been stripped down, like GoPro Hero 4 stripped down with no battery.
No.
Are you talking about the
no.
3-inch with the guards and GoPro?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That is like a really specific purpose. People are using those for like specific filming things. What
specifically film some stuff.
What stuff?
I've got a couple of gigs coming up, and I want.
He's got contacts with Argos, and he's the Argos man.
Yeah, Argos. No.
If you're watching this,
a well-known mountain bike company.
Yes, he hasn't got a PIFCO. You have to do it inside.
Not if I don't take any money.
It'd be inside if it's Argos, so he doesn't need one.
It's not Argos. It's a well-known mountain bike company, and I'm doing it outside and not taking any money.
Are you taking any benefit from it?
Yes.
You're not allowed to have
that counts as money
now.
then, basically. That counts as, if you get any benefit from doing the flight, that counts as commercial.
Oh, the benefit of what? Standing in the field in the sun. That's a benefit. What is that gonna? How are they gonna charge me for that? Stupid.
If that's what it is, that's all right. If you get, for example, a mountain bike bit, that's not all right.
Why isn't ladders a mod?
It's not actually money if someone gives me something. What?
Yeah, it's not. Go read the rules, Tony. Do what you like, but if you read the rules about it, the definition
I'm
is.
not getting paid, so it doesn't matter.
If you're getting paid in stuff, then you're getting paid.
I never said I was getting paid in stuff.
But you just did.
I think we should stop all talking about getting paid for drone stuff when we're getting donations on this show right now.
Well, it's the channel. Fine.
If you do something for someone filming outside and you take nothing away from it but joy, then it's fine.
Will you be particularly gay that day if you're that joyful?
Yes, I will be skipping. There you go.
Even doing stuff for charity, you need a PIFCO. Tony, get one. Get a PIFCO.
Oh, actually, someone said they'd pay for me to do one. So.
Who said that?
Do that.
One of my friendsies.
What? Rich?
Might have been.
Oh.
He's a mysterious man. You're making legitimate things sound dodgy. Maybe.
So Tone, it sounds like you want.
I want a Cineboot type thing. What will fly?
Yeah. So there's two. There's the Squirt, isn't there?
Yeah.
Which,
look at that.
That's the one that NERC uses, and there's the Mega Bee, which has just come out by iFlight. So that one also carries a Hero 7.
Or is it expensive, isn't it? That Mega Bee.
Well, I mean, they are for, doing commercial stuff. They're not for flying acro in a field. They're for going between, shelves in you know, supermarkets and stuff. You know, Nerd did
That's
that one.
quite a specific use case.
Yeah, but if you're getting paid, you're getting paid, man. You know.
No, Sony's not getting paid. Shh.
I'm not.
No, but I'm saying that's why people will buy them. You know.
Oh, look, Richard Warwick in the chat's just sent the link to the iFlight Megabee 3-inch
iFlight
FPV
Megabee.
roasting drone.
Yeah,
Find and fly.
I think I got one coming, or hopefully I got one coming on the way to
Can
try.
I have it after you finish with it?
Yes.
Oh, you love him more. I get
You
the
lovely person, Andy.
I get the shit that Radio C shat out.
Well, oh my god, this is why I don't give stuff away to friends.
I'm joking.
Right, no one's getting anything.
No, shut up, Jack, you great Yeti idiot.
No, you can have it.
Look, I only give you best friend stuff. That's me. Oh, that'd be cool. If I can get that.
Most of the stuff I have, it gets broken. So if it doesn't get broken, then you can have it.
Not break it.
I break loads of stuff. Oh, my charger's going off. You can't hear that.
I'll charge everything for tomorrow.
You sounded like a frog.
This is why I want to know what the plans are, because I want to know what to do.
We're not going to be flying because it's going to be raining because we're going up north. He's demented.
Tony wants to lie in your bed amongst all the stains and have his photo taken for some reason.
That is not going to be happening.
It's weird.
First thing he does is like pooing at Andy RC's. Like, first thing he's like,
it was early, isn't it?
I need to mark my territory. He's like pissing up against the wall and ringing the doorbell. He's so excited. I'm already on the list, says Diddy. Those guys Gary was trying to start on Who Wants to Be on the List. How's the FMI X8 Andy holding up well? Thinking about getting one.
FMI X8, yeah, I need to do an update on that because it was very good when it came out, and it's had a bunch of updates. So I can only imagine that it's gotten better.
Things can only get better. Do you remember that 90s track, Tony? Bet you were raving to that.
I doubt I was raving to that, Jack. I was probably at the end of Hastings Pier listening to some happy hardcore.
Yeah, so I need to do the X8, but also the Hubsan Zeno apparently has had a lot of updates. So I need to check. I need to do one of that, and also the FIMI A3. I had a problem with the lens fogging up on that one, and they've sent me the fixed version of that. You
got so much stuff, and it's raining at no time.
Exactly, and I've been ill as well, so like it's very very stressed, which is why it'd be awesome to know what's happening tomorrow.
Joker Visioning in chat said we'll be there between 9 and 10:30, Andy RC.
Beware.
I've got a relevant drone question based on that.
In the area.
Are you ready for this? Brace yourselves. It's going to be quite insightful. What do we think about the fact that companies are releasing stuff which obviously hasn't gone the full testing cycle, and they're basically doing it on pre-release code, and then they're just fixing it later on? Because it's happening in almost every single product. Every single product that can have a firmware update, the original version comes out and it's a bit crap, and then you have to go back and revisit, and it eventually becomes good. But why didn't they develop it properly in the first time? Discuss.
No. I just think they want to be the first before someone else does it. So
the rush to market. Yeah,
that's what it is. I think they know that they've got the hardware right, and they're like, forget the firmware. You know, it's an evolution.
But it's hard to believe that things get released in that state. I mean, the R9 stuff was pretty dodgy for starters. Just this week, I was looking at the Furious FPV Trudy X module, and they had this mode called Indoor Mode, which is supposed to be like good for multipathing and stuff. But for some reason, they seem to say, "Oh, you're indoors. What we should do is oversaturate the colors and brighten everything up." So you start flying it indoors, and it's like this horrendous color mess and super overly bright. And then in the next firmware update, they took it off again, so it becomes normal color. It's like, how did that ever get out? Did nobody ever fly and say, "Oh, this is crap"? I don't get it.
I think it's mileage.
Mileage,
because it is pointless investing a load of time and development in a product where one of the, like, you know, fucking XJet. You know, like, what was those? You know, what were
you
those?
mean Bruce, our friend who we want to get on the channel?
Yeah,
please?
yeah. Well, I'm throwing you under the bus. But, like, you know how, is it Onway? He said, like, a bunch of Onway antennas were rubbish. And then, you know, they fixed the problem. But by the time after he slated them, it's just first person I thought off the top of my head. You could have done it, you know, Ginger Nuts. What is his name? You know, not Albert King, the other one, Kebab. That's it. Kebab FPV. You know, any of those guys could be like, "Oh, this product's crap," and you know, you kind of like release a product that's good enough, and it's thing. And if people buy into it or think it's good, or someone has an idea and they can sort of
IRC Aviation,
you know, buys them a little extra time. Yeah, gets it out there first, but also if it's going to flop or any unforeseen manufacturing kind of, imagine you make a really amazing product and you can't get the chips or stuff like that.
I think as well. I think this has part to play of it as well. You know, you've got a company working on a product, and maybe you've got 5 to 10 people testing it, and then you release 1,000 of them, 3,000, and then all of a sudden you've got 3,000 testers that find stuff that the 10 could never have found. I think there's certainly some of that.
Unless you give it to Andy RC, and after he redeemed himself with Emacs, which is a joke for the bonus podcast, if you've got no idea what we're talking about.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Please donate.
It's obviously high at the time.
I can't do a bonus tonight.
No, donate and check out the bonus pod. But yeah, and Andy develops, like, invests so much time, and Emacs really are a good brand because
Andy's been doing a lot of maths lately, isn't he?
I've been trying.
On your channel. I've been quite impressed. Him eating me toast and drinking me coffee.
I gotta give my father credit for that, because he is just a genius and helps me with that. And so yeah, I know it's right when it comes from him, because he's like an electronics engineer.
Don't get him started on Emacs again, says the chat. You can't go through that again. No, you're right about them using us as testers, but it's not how it should. System test is the last type. Well, it's not.
No, I don't think they're using. I don't think they're using us as testers. It just so happens that we find the things that they didn't find.
It just means that their testing's crap. The idea of system testing is it's not just functional. That's functional testing. That's something completely different. System testing is you put it through the stress testing. You try and take every single possible combination you can think of and add some more in and try and ramp it up so it's really hard to get a failure. And when you get a failure, because invariably you get bugs back from users, but it shouldn't be in any of the places you would have tested for. And like in the case of TrueDX, it's like somebody look at the goggles, look at indoor mode and say, "Oh, what's up with the colors?" They, "Well, shit, why is that?" And just simple things like that.
Yeah, but how niche is our hobby compared to, like, say, the mobile phone world? Look what happened with that. Look at what happened with that Samsung phone that exploded when everybody got it. That's a phone. So you know that, and surely they've got thousands of testers before those go out, and they still explode. So that's all I'm trying to get at. And everybody and FR Sky seems to be getting all the flack at the moment, probably because of the letters thing, but everybody's guilty of it.
I think it's fine if they release it as that. So what all companies are doing is saying, "Here's our product, it's amazing, we'll do this." What they should be saying is, "Here's our product, here's our roadmap for what we're going to do. Here's it as it stands. Here's what we want to do later." So people know, they can look at the reviews and say, "Oh, this is good, and this is what's going to happen in the future." But no one's that open about it. No one wants to say, no one wants to basically be up front and say, "Not everything's ready yet, but we're putting it out there. we'd like you guys to feedback and see what you think, and then we'll fix it, and we'll be very open about what's going in the firmware, what bugs have been reported, that sort of thing. I think that would go a long way, because the more open companies are about what's happening, what's going on, and what's being developed, the more interaction they've got with their users.
It's also not the openness as well. The problem is, you know, especially in the case of FR Sky, let's just say this access protocol and the new transmitters that came out with that weren't backwards compatible and things like that. They didn't come direct from FR Sky. They came from retailers, and therefore you've got zero information. And I got lucky with that one, and I got a direct contact. And when you actually speak to the company rather than the retailer, you get the story. But what was happening with the FR Sky stuff is people just started making stuff up. There's no D16 mode. What the heck? But and then people are now saying, oh, FR Sky have backtracked and now added D6. They haven't backtracked. From day one, it was meant to be backwards compatible. That mistake was that they released it too early. So people, like, when there's a missing gap, for example, there's this, the access protocol is encrypted so that nobody can copy the receivers. That's completely made up, because there's no information. But if OpenTX remains open, access protocol is open, and therefore anybody can use it, including Jumper. So there's like, I think if the companies were more directly connected to the people who reviewed it, there wouldn't be these pieces of information that are just completely made up. You know.
I think that goes back to being a bit more open and showing your stuff up front, because like FreeSky are particularly bad for that. Because I asked them before, I said it would be really helpful, because most of the people got the information, going back to like R9, most people got their information from like a Facebook group who would try to like get as much information as they can and collate it into documentation.
Yeah, exactly.
And I said to FreeSky when they were talking to me, it would be really useful if you just had like bugs that you knew about and things you're working on, and more fuller release notes in your firmware updates, because most firmware updates just say things like fix RSSI, and it's like, fix what about it? What's gonna change? And they've always been a bit crap. So more openness, just more openness.
I think communication's a problem as well, because pretty much all of this stuff is coming from China, and you know, there's people that don't speak English, so and they have translators, and I think a lot is lost in translation as well, or just it's too hard to get that information over, so we're there to figure it out. And but in the process, you know, stuff gets made up, I think. Well, that's been my experience, because I got so much hate when I did sort of a balanced review on this access protocol thing. You know, it's to lock out, you know, it's to all of this business. They're trying to force us to use it, blah blah blah. No, they're trying to innovate, and it's what people have been asking. And then when they do it, people complain. And I think if it hadn't have been for the letters thing, you know, the whole sending letters out to companies saying if you list Jumper, then you can't have us. I think if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't be under fire, because everybody's guilty of it. You know, fatshark. I received my HDOs and they were see-through, and the first batch had like a line along the bottom in NTSC. And rapid fire, we're a year on now, and it's still not. I mean, it's amazing, but it's got different options for different cameras and stuff.
Companies just want to rush stuff out, you know, be the first, don't they? You know, they've done this, and then they worry about the worry about everything else later. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
We just want to be quick. This is new. Everyone buy it, and we'll worry about updating it later after we get all the feedback from them.
I mean,
I think what I found out from this conversation is after Andy left Fatshark and had a brief fling with Emacs, he's now working for Fatshark.
How am I working?
No, not Fatshark. I mean Free Sky.
Yeah.
I wish I was. I'm not working for anybody at the moment. I'm not
He's
getting.
signing NDA. Just ignore what he's saying.
Just to let everyone know in the chat and people listening, we will be doing a Let's Drone Out live from wherever we are on Saturday night.
Well, at least that's something that I can plan for then.
You can. Yeah, we are definitely going to do that.
Yeah. What does anybody know anything about this Airbnb thing? Is it, how big is it? How many people can stay there, and can you stream from there and stuff?
We should be able to stream from there. It's just like someone's house. We've basically borrowed for 3 days.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is why I was like, if it is chucking it down, should
3 days, isn't it?
Should I meet you guys? Should I meet you guys there rather than you guys doing the extra 40-minute trip up here? You know,
I think that might be worthwhile.
That's what I'm saying. That's
and
why
he's doing his best to stop you coming to his house now. Don't come. I'll come to you.
We will keep you posted.
Yeah, just keep us posted on what you're doing.
I really want to go and fly them rocks again, but it's just the same weather, isn't it, as last year? The roaches.
It's like take the weather we've got down here being shitty and then multiply it by 10 as you go further north, basically.
I don't know. We might end up in a pub just absolutely wasted and just live stream drunk or something. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Just let me know what you guys are doing then, and I'll charge everything as if we're going flying. But I'd be very surprised if that happened.
Well, if we don't do it on the Friday, then we can do Western Saturday and then fly Saturday afternoon / evening, Sunday morning.
We're there till the end because of my heart will go on.
Fucking watch the fireworks and hold Andy's hand.
Well, funnily enough, that's at 9 p.m. is when it's going to stop raining on Saturday. So perhaps we should just go for the fireworks.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how it works.
It's such a shame, man.
LDO road trip, rain, crap, rain.
It's not that. It's not though. It's not. This is the first time, really, isn't it, that it's rained?
No.
Yeah, it weren't amazing last year. It picked to rain for a bit, didn't it?
It rained. Yeah, it rained for like only on the Sunday though.
Yeah.
For like, yeah, it's usually an amazing show. And even when it rains, some crazy guys just carry on flying anyway.
We're going to have a laugh whatever happens. It's going to be fun. Even Jack will say, I thought that was great when he gets back on Sunday. Like Jack.
So tired.
Well,
yeah,
okay, so drone stuff. I've got the the 9X Lite. You know, the new FR Sky.
Plastic, and more plastic.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Seems an outrage. It only does access. Sorry, I'm from 2 weeks ago.
It doesn't. It does D16.
I'm from 2 weeks ago. Shh.
But it doesn't do D8.
There's a reason why it won't do D8, and again, everybody made up why it won't do D8. But D8's illegal to sell in Europe, so they are allowing D8 via a module, and then it's up to you whether you buy the module separate, and it's going to be the same when if you choose to update access on any of your FR Sky stuff. You won't have D8. It's not that they're trying to, the fact that D16 is now available already squashes those rumors that they're trying to force you to use their new access project. They're not trying to force you. They just released it too early. They thought we want to get this out there, and it just didn't work, did it?
Fair enough.
They done it wrong.
Right. On that note of doing stuff wrong, like this show, you've been listening to Let's Throw Now. By the way, just to depress everyone, more other than the rain, 83 views on RC videos. They streamed 3 minutes ago, and there's only 61 here.
How is D8 illegal? Somebody's asking in the chat. Who was that?
Because
anybody know why?
Pigeons and bees.
Because it kills pigeons and bees.
Yeah.
I imagine it does. It hops on the wrong frequencies or something like that.
So we don't actually know why.
It talks before it listens. That's why.
Yeah.
It spews a load of stuff out.
Well, there you go. But it's not illegal. It's not illegal to use in Europe. It's illegal to sell in Europe, which is why it's not going to be included. That's a weird one, that, isn't it? If you look it up.
I use all out before thinking.
Before Jack signs off, I've got the new Omway commanders, which aren't really new. But they've discontinued the other one. And I've got the Sky Zone, Sky 02. I think they've gone with that because everybody was such a fan of the first. I never got to try the Sky Zone 02s, but apparently, like, I know Drew swore by them for like most of his FPV career, and only recently went to HDOs. So they sort of revamped those. So I've got those goggles, and and the top Sky Prime, I can now say they've got like a V2 out. So look, right, tis the season for goggles. But I had no idea.
They sorted out the nose bit.
What on the top Sky one?
Well, they were not fitting anyone's nose, was it? Were they?
Which ones?
Well, I can't remember. What ones did NJ have problems with?
Oh, he had the Sky 03s, which they fixed with and released the Sky 03s. But I think at that point that they'd messed it up so much that they've just said forget it. And these Sky 02s are basically the Sky 03s, but with the same optics as the original 02s, but it's got all like the same options, like so there's like a band scanner and an on-screen display within the goggles and stuff. Still got that camera on the front, but you can buy it without the camera. So that would be my.
What is the point of that? Surely it's easier if your hand's there anyway to press a button. You can just do this.
Correct. Correct, exactly. It's the camera's daft, and it costs more. So I'd say what they've done is, there's two versions: one with a camera, one without a camera. But the one with the camera also does 3D. There's a very niche number of people that like to fly 3D. So
we could play like football with them or something like that.
What? Play football with what?
Well, we'll wear the goggles and then just look through that eye bit and then try to play football or something.
Well, you must have done this. Put your goggles on anyways, but then helicopter and try and walk around the house.
Yeah,
it's like one of the.
We should do something Saturday night. Doing that.
No, they did that with Riot making a sandwich, and that went down like a sack of shit.
Oh, it did. Did it got more dislikes than likes, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather watch you wank off, Tone. Anyway, on that note.
On that bombshell.
Yeah, and on that bombshell.
Leave with that visual image.
Yeah. You've been listening to Let's Throw Now. I will be on the Thursday night show, 11 till 12. Link in the chat.
You can't get up
11 till 12.
I know.
You guys are not coming tomorrow.
At 6.
Is it 10 to 11?
Oh my god.
I don't know. Yeah, it might. Yeah, 10 to 11 Ignore that. 10 to 11.
That's better. You might have 5 hours sleep and not 4.
10 to
I'm
11.
having. I won't have any hours sleep unless you tell me what's bloody going on.
Andy, stop panicking.
Go on,
I'm just how.
Sleep until at least 10 a.m. tomorrow. Don't
If
panic.
Frank was here, he could send Andy a spreadsheet of the plan.
Sleep at. Yes, exactly. That's what. If Andy. Yes, that's what happened last time. Andy sent me up.
Hello in the chat. Please stop talking. You've been joined by Andy RC.
Good evening, everybody. I'm sure it was a thrilling listen.
Have you joined by My Little Tony?
Bonjour.
Everyone's favourite curry kitten.
It's good night from me and him.
And I'll be right until I fly. Thank you and good night.